So today we'll be talking about Hoare logic, which allows you to prove that a piece of code works. This is done by first examining all the statements before the piece of code runs and seeing what's true at that point. And then in the other direction, so that would be known as the precondition, and then in the other direction, the postcondition is where you want to guarantee that some fact Q is true at that point, so the state of the program at that point. Basically, you'll have to look at the code and how it affects the precondition, and if the postcondition is still met, then that program is considered to be valid and it does what the user wants. So let's just look at x equals 15 in isolation, right? We'll look at the precondition. Since each logical formula which is inside of these brackets must be true at that point in the program, in the precondition, since we don't know anything at the beginning, only true itself can be true. So we'll simply write true here. Now moving on to the postcondition, another word for these logical formulas is known as assertions. So we want to make the assertion that x will be equal to 15 as the postcondition. So let's just look at the code. It just initializes x equals to 15. So it's not that hard to reason that this statement, this Hoare logic, this Hoare triple is in fact valid. X is equal to 15 from a state of true, where anything is true. And x equals 15 clearly is the postcondition. And so let's look at the next line of code. The precondition in this case is x is equal to 15. And the postcondition we're going to assume after it sets y equals to 42 is again x equals to 15 and y is equal to 42. As you can see, the postcondition is just built on the previous precondition. And finally, when the third line of code executes, which is z is equal to x plus y, basically 15 plus 42, we just add the fact that z is equal to 59 in the postcondition. These other statements are true from previously. Now these logical formulas inside are known as intermediate assertions, right? They're just the steps to the last postcondition. The main precondition is this true statement here, which we know is true at that point. And after all this piece of code runs, we know the final postcondition would be this, x equals 15 and y equals 42 and z equals 59. So that's the postcondition, the state of the program at the end, and that's the precondition, the state that was true at the start.